Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm basically going to be working away, and for whoever wants to join me can join in the chat. Also, you can post questions if you want about what I'm doing. Today, I'm basically going to be blessings, Orlando. Blessings. Thank you for popping by, and I'm basically going to be working away on my panel, as you can see, for temporary power for the heaters, as I currently await the hydro to come into connect the power. So it's an open conversation while I work. If you guys have any questions that you want to pose, anything that you feel electrical that you would like to discuss while I'm working, you can ask away. As you can see, it's pretty cold where I am. You can see I breathe, and you can see the coldness come out of my mouth. There are heaters in here currently. Um, they're just temporarily until the power comes on, which will be hopefully next week. And I should be able to stay a little bit warmer. Right now, the heaters that they're using, they're not that strong enough in my opinion. So it is what it is. So that's basically what I'm doing today. I'm going to be working away, and like I said, you guys can come into the chat room, and you can leave a question. Um, you can leave a comment if you feel to. It's an open conversation. Also, as you can see, how I keep warm is I basically have on my cotton gloves that I like to use during the winter. Um, why I use them is because I can basically breathe into my hand and keep my hands and my fingers pretty warm, as that's the most important thing for me is keeping my fingers warm, and my feet also. So I wear the gloves to protect my hands from getting very cold and numb. Also, I will have my coffee or my tea, whatever it may be, to stay warm, and while I go on my journey of working. So again, this is for my temporary power that I'm providing to the heaters, and this here is simply called an L19. There's many different types of connectors that we have in the industry, and for the type of cable that I'm using, um, this is an L19 that I'm using, and the wires must be able to all come through this hole without any tightness of it. It's supposed to be loose once it's coming through the hole. So that's why there's different type of connectors for different sizes of the cable. Also, a reason why I don't like to wear gloves while I'm working is because it makes it very hard to grab stuff when it comes to the connectors and the lock nut to get it onto the panel. Because simple fact that you're now using the cotton gloves instead of the actual um, you're using the cotton gloves to hold the actual material and not your bare hands, and it becomes a little bit more difficult to put stuff in place. But there's also sometimes tricks and techniques that I've learned along the way to in order for me to work with the gloves and still do my work efficiently. Um, so basically, you saw me. I took about maybe 5 to 6 seconds to put that connector on. Normally, it takes me um, about 1 second to put the connector on. Bless up, Crewbeezy 45. Thank you for tuning into my life. It's basically an open topic conversation while I work at the panel that I'm currently working at right now to provide temporary heat in the house that I'm working. So, like I was saying, um, I normally don't like to work with gloves in the cold. Um, sorry, I normally do not like to wear gloves when I'm working away at certain things because it makes it very difficult to hold on to the stuff. The smaller it is, the harder it is to work with the gloves. But for me, I've figured out a way to do that throughout my years. So for me, it's nothing normal. Once it comes to me working with the gloves in the winter, I have to change how I approach the situation. So this is basically the cable that I'm pretty much using to provide the temporary power, and it's very flexible. And I'm going to be going into this panel, and I'm going to connect my wires onto the breaker, of course, and connect this cable here. So normally I normally have my anything that I need. I try to keep it close by, and that way I'm not walking around looking for stuff to do my job. Everything is beside me, and as you see the way I always cut my stuff, I try to cut with the knife away from me, and it avoids any mistakes that you're going to possibly have when cutting with the knife going towards your body. So that's it's very vital. So I've got about 4 of these to connect. I'm going to have 3 upstairs, 1 here, and 2 in the panel. The ones upstairs are ready to go. So once I'm done with this panel, I'm going to head upstairs. I'm going to connect the other wires inside of the panel. And of course, I'm using some of the service, some of the circuits that I provided inside of the home, which is the stove outlets in order to use the heaters. Currently, there's about 3 of them on the main floor, so I don't need to run any more wire except for this heater and possibly the one inside the family area, living area, because it's a longer run and I have to make sure that the cable is nice and secure. And if you take a look here, you'll see how I was able to do my cable through the drywall. Eventually, I'm going to be hanging this cable up in the ceiling, so it's not. I'm going to be hanging that cable up in the ceiling eventually, so it's not a fire hazard to anyone. So this is my cable, and this is how I normally will cut my cable. If you go back to my videos, you'll see that I will pick my hacksaw. And, most of the time, 100% of the time, I'm going to be using gloves, as this is some type of aluminum, and I don't want it to get inside of my body. So a lot of times you'll see me using the gloves in order to strip this cable here. This is basically the aluminum that's on the coated aluminum that's on the cable. Sometimes some cables you'll see that it just comes like this. This cable, of course, you can use indoor, you can use outdoor to do whatever you need to do. As you guys come in, you guys can hit the like, share, and subscribe. You can leave a comment in the comment section. Today's video is basically about installing the cables for the temporary power. And for those who want to leave a comment in the comment section, you can go ahead. Bless up State of Dancehall. Thank you for checking into my YouTube channel, and thank you for tuning into my live today. I'm basically working away at temporary power right now, and I'm trying to provide some heat inside the home that I'm currently working at. The hydro guys are currently outside, and they're going to be powering up finally the service that I just got done. So I'm working away at the temporary power that I'm providing on every floor. There's about 3 heaters in total on each floor for us to stay warm, and for the drywallers, once they're doing the mud, for the mud to dry faster and proper. As you know, without mud, um, it's not going to dry in a proper manner. So the cable I'm using right now is copper. Um, I tend to use a lot of copper wire for when it comes for the motors and stuff like that. Um, so the cable I'm currently using is copper. I know that throughout my years, I don't recall ever seeing us using aluminum. I don't even think that it's allowed. I'm not 100% sure. But when it comes to motors, I tend to use my copper wire. So also I tend to like to use insulated tools as they help a lot with the once you're working on certain stuff. I mostly use a set of insulated tools that I keep in my bag, so I can work away safely with them. So as you can see now, I've got the wire in, and I've basically, as you can see, I've kept the there's a little spot here that's you can see the aluminum that's making the contact with the connector. So I always tend to do that. Father Cow, thank you for tuning in to my content today. And today I'm basically working away at the panel, providing temporary power for the home I'm currently working on. And if you guys have any questions, you can feel free to go ahead and pose a question while I work. Um, so like I said, I'm just providing the temporary power for the heaters, and this panel is not currently live. The panel is dead. Obviously, there's a rule against working live. If you do work live, you have to have on um, the proper gear and stuff like that to work live. So to all my viewers and my subscribers, this panel currently that I'm working on is not a live panel. Everything's dead, and if it was a live panel, I would have to have on the proper gear in order to be working on it. It's basically there's a rule inside of the code book. I believe it's the code book or the safety. It might be a safety rule also that states that you're not allowed to work live on certain things. So this is not live; it's dead. And so basically, I'm just trying to stay warm. Um, as it's very cold right now where I am. Unfortunately, I'm not working on the outside today. I'm working on the inside. If I was working on the outside, I probably would have had on a different jacket. You see, this jacket is not nothing that's equipped for the winter. But if I'm inside of the home, it's a different um, environment where it's much warmer. And normally I travel with about 2 jackets in my vehicle. Depending on if I'm working outside, I will switch this jacket to another jacket that's going to keep me a little bit uh, much more warmer than this jacket would. So this jacket is mostly something that I will wear if I'm inside working, and it's much warmer than it is. As you can see, I never cut my wires 2 by 2. Um, and when I start to cut my wires inside of the panel, I'm going to be using one wire at a time. I usually start with my brown wire, and then I will start with my white wire, and so on as I make my way to my actual hot wires. Those are the last wires that I use to cut onto the breaker. So same thing, vice versa. If I'm taking off something off of the breaker, I take my hot wires off first, and then I go to my neutral, take that off, and then I will leave my grounding for last. So these are the steps that I take in order to tie into the panel. As you can see, I will take this the end of this wire, because this wire is stranded. I will twist these wires together. That way it's a tight connection that I'm twisting. And when I do go onto the ground bar, there's no strands that are showing all over the place. It's a solid connection, and it's basically how I will cut in my ground wire. Of course, you do get the solid wires. A lot of the times the wires are solid, but depending on the cable that you're getting, it might be stranded or it might be solid. So now that that's done, I'm going to be installing my neutral wire. Even though it's a 208 heater, and 208 it doesn't take a neutral wire. It's just two hots on the ground. Some 208s, I believe, do come with the neutral, but in this situation here, it should be a hot and a neutral. Even though I'm going to connect the neutral, it's not going to serve a purpose because there is actually no neutral pinned on the actual device. So what I might end up doing is actually not connecting that neutral wire and just identify it as a white conductor and leave it loose. Just give me a couple seconds. I'm going to be double checking to see what I use as neutrals on the other side for the temporary temporary heaters. Okay, so I have used the red cable, and so currently I do not need to use the red cable for any type of connection. So I'm just going to be tucking this away inside of the panel, and as I currently do not need the red cable, so I'm going to be connecting these two wires to give me power to the temporary heaters. This is basically my breaker that I'm going to be using. It's a 2-pole Eaton breaker, and as you can see, it comes in the trip position. So I'm going to be installing it and leaving it in the trip position until I'm ready to actually turn the breaker on and provide the power to the temporary heaters. Also, it's important to know that once I start to liven up my circuits, I need to make sure that my breakers are all pushed back, firmly secured, and also if I'm going to be installing a second heater inside of this panel, I'm going to make sure that I balance my panel correctly, which is I'm not going to put 240 amps on the same side of the panel. I'm going to put one on each side to balance out my panel and have the panel work in the proper manner that it's supposed to. Overloading of one side is very can be very dangerous sometimes. So I never try to overload one side with too much circuits. I always try to maximize what I do when I'm installing my breakers, which means I'm not going to, like I said, put two sets of 40 amp breakers on this side. Um, it will send the panel into a off balance, um, and then you will have some funny stuff that's going to happen. So it's very important to balance your panel correctly when it comes to your breakers and the size of your breakers. So that's basically my 40 amp panel, 40 amp breaker that I installed. And again, it's a two-pole 40 amp breaker stock. As you can see the way I twist my wires, and normally I will have my wire strippers, but I've done this plenty of times where I can take my pliers and strip my wires when I need to. I also try to make sure that there's not enough copper that's sticking out of the actual breaker when it's time for me to install. As you can see here, how I have stripped my wire, and I leave just a little bit of copper at the end to go into the breakers, and I most of the time I will tighten up and twist these ends to make sure it's a solid connection onto the breaker. Um, I don't want to leave the wires loose. Sorry about that, as I had to go upstairs and turn the music down. That these guys suddenly turned up extremely loud. So I just had to go upstairs to turn the music down. So that's basically how I normally connect my panel. Again, you guys, as you guys come in, you guys can hit the like. You guys can hit the like, share. You can also subscribe to the channel. If you have any comments, you can leave a comment in the comment section as I do my live. If you have any questions that you want to ask, feel free to go ahead and ask. So that's basically how I normally will tie into my panel. Nice, fast, quick, efficiently, um, while maintaining my code rules and stuff like that. As you can see up top here, I have take my white, identify my white as a neutral conductor. As it states in the rule that you're supposed to identify your cables correctly anytime it comes to the neutral. The identified conductor is called. So again, also this panel is not a live panel. It's basically a dead panel. And now that I'm done with the connecting of the heater wires, I'm going to be reinstalling my stuff here. Um, So that's basically the panel cover that I have reinstalled inside of the on the panel. Reason why I'm dropping this is I'm charging my phone while I do the live. Obviously, I'm charging it from my temporary battery light that I have that provides me with the panel with the lighting. Needs to teach a school. Yes, guys or uncle. I know I am aware of that, and obviously it's something that maybe I might proceed on online. I just have to check into it to see how it's possible to achieve it. Um, I will eventually be going that route online eventually once I have all the proper stuff for my channel. I will have um, some stuff there that I can mentor and tutor the younger generation who are in the trade and who wants to learn more about the trade. It's something that I'm thinking of, and I believe that I can be successful in trying to help them achieve their goal of becoming a better electrician and looking for the flaws and stuff like that. So yeah, it has passed my crossed my mind of some kind of tutoring on the channel. But when that time comes, I will approach it in a better way and let the subscribers and the all who tune into my channel eventually hope I'm not sure what happened there. I might have cut out just now for a couple minutes. So yes, to make sure that the test is to make sure that you're following the rules and regulations when it comes to following the code. So it's very important to understand that when you're going through with your permits and stuff, that you will have that job inspected, and it's for the best for you to have it inspected through the ESA, and it gives you a peace of mind that there was a second eye. Sometimes second eye does help a lot. A lot of times we will miss certain things, and he's there to just provide you with the solid information that he knows from the back of his hands. When it comes to certain things, as I said, the code book is very, it's a big thick code book. It's about, I want to say maybe over 1,000 pages, with all being rules, regulations, indexes, diagrams, and a whole bunch of lot of stuff that comes with the code book. It's not a easy book to try to my honest opinion is never try to memorize the code book, because the code book can be very tricky at times. So for that reason, I never try to memorize the code book. I always go with trying to I just want to know where the question is. I just want to know what's the topic I'm looking for, the keyword I'm looking for when it comes to the code book. Once I know the keyword that I'm looking for, then I go ahead and I will go about looking for my coding. So as you can see, I'm done with this panel right now, and I'm going to be covering back up the face of the panel. Once I'm ready to liven up, then obviously my breaker is in the trip position. I've left my breaker in the trip position for a certain reason. I should be the only one who's turning on this breaker, as there's certain steps that we take to protect ourselves when you're turning on the breaker, the main engine. And normally someone else who doesn't know those steps to turn on this panel the correct way, which they shouldn't be at anyways, because it's not on them to turn on this panel. So for that reason, I've left this in the trip position to protect myself. And if someone do happen to turn this on, they're at risk themselves. I didn't tell them to go there and turn it on, so I have this panel off in the trip position. Normally people don't know to turn on the panel. As you guys come in, you guys can hit the like, share, and subscribe to the channel. You can leave a comment in the comment section. I'm going to be giving this another 20 minutes or so, maybe, and then I'm going to log off, as I have to connect the other two panels, the other two heaters upstairs, and these guys are definitely going to be playing their music upstairs, and for that reason I had to go and lower the music that they had on, because I don't want a copy strike. Um, I'm not sure why they raised it, but I simply went upstairs and turned it down. So I'm not going to be doing the live while I'm upstairs, um, because I don't want to get the copyright. As you guys come in, you guys can hit the like, share, you can subscribe to the channel. You can stay up to date to the content. You can also post leave a comment in the comment section on the live. Um, if there's anything that you guys wish to ask, you can go ahead and feel free to leave that comment, and I will try to reply to it as the best as I can from my knowledge and my experience. As you can see here, there's a spacer missing, so what I will be doing is installing another breaker here, so this space is not open once I'm ready to liven up, or I might be using a panel filler, it's called, to fill in this gap. Very important that we don't leave the gaps here open, as it's a hazard and it's not allowed. And the code rule states that you have to have this hole here protected with either a breaker or a panel filler, is called. So again, this is a live stream of me working away and showing you guys how it's done on a daily basis, and showing you guys how I survive the cold when it comes to working in the cold. Currently, I do have a heater. There's a couple of heaters that are running inside of the home. Obviously, they're not the proper ones that will blow the heat out. Um, so normally in a situation like this, when I'm coming to a job site and I know it's going to be cold, I gear up with all the protective gear that I need, whether it be my gloves. As you can see, I have my gloves here, and it keeps my hands warm. I mostly use cotton gloves, as the cotton gloves are very helpful for me. It's been helpful throughout my years of working. I have tried many other different gloves, but there are some gloves that the colder it is, the colder the gloves get, and for that reason, I don't use any other type of gloves but cotton gloves. Normally, with the cotton gloves, as I say, once my hands get wet or my gloves gets wet, I can take these off. I can put them beside the heater, and I can let the heater roll for a bit here, and once the heater is rolling, once the gloves are beside the heater, they'll warm up in no time, and I will put them back on, or I will basically use my own breath to do like that and breathe into my hands to make it much warmer. So now that I've done this, I'm going to be going over to where I have my heater on the outside, and I'm going to connect the heater, and then I'm going to finish off the live very soon. So as you can see, my phone is also dying, so I don't want to I do travel with my charger in order for me to do what I need to do. So currently that's the power that I've brought in for the heaters. And as you can see, I have it on the wall, and I'm going to be eventually clipping those cables. Very important to have your cables clipped. So that's currently what I'm going to be using for the heater. It's a 40 amp receptacle that we use for the stoves. So that's currently what I'm using in order to power up my stuff. So the reason why I'm doing that is because that there is not secure, as the screws are not long enough to go into the studs. So I'm trying to make sure that the box is secure enough once we plug in the heater, that the box don't move. So that's basically how I secure my devices onto the wall. When it comes to my boxes, I make sure I find the stud, and I go into the stud with a screw to make sure that it's nice and secure. For safety reasons, I don't want this to be loose, and I don't want that when I plug the heater into the actual plug that box is going to come off in any shape or form. For that reason, I try to catch the studs. As you see, I don't use raw plugs. Anchors, if I am going to use an anchor, it's going to be the drywall type anchor. But try to stay away from those anchors because I don't really like the anchors. When it comes to using the anchors, I'm not a big fan of them. So I try to stay away from the anchors of any sort when it comes to dealing with installing my devices. Again, for all those who have tuned into the live, um, thank you for all tuning in. Uh, for anyone who's out there and who wants to subscribe to the channel, you can go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Stay up to date to my content. Um, I do go live. I try to go live every day. Maybe once or twice a day, I'll do a live, depending on the situation. Um, so today was one of those days where I happened to go live, and it's been almost over an hour that I've been doing the live. Um, you guys can, like I said, you guys can subscribe to the channel, like and share the content. Stay up to date to my content. Leave your turn your notification to all to receive my content, and I hope whoever tuned into the live, they would have gained some type of knowledge from the life that I was able to provide today. As I only try to provide the content that's necessarily that I think fits for the trade, and for the other Sparkies that are out there that are interested in tuning into my channel. Um, Sparky is a word that I use. Sparky is also a word that a term that we as other fellow electricians we call each other. So if I'm saying the word Sparky, it's they will obviously know who I'm referring to. Also, for all the my subscribers, that are out there and tuning into my channel. Please continue to tune in, like, share. Also, who haven't, like I said, you can subscribe to the channel. And I'd like to give a shout out to Orlando Fairweather. Thank you for tuning into my content this morning. Also, Breezy 45. Thank you for tuning into my content. State of Dancehall. Thank you for checking in. And also, my great buddy, Father Cow. Thank you. And also, a shout out to Azamario. I know you're probably watching my videos, so I'd like to give a shout out to you and respect you a lot for tuning into my lives. And also, big shout out to the real Gaza uncle. He's always got my back, and I always have his back. And I want to let him know that well appreciated. Every time he checks into my channel, it gives me great inspiration to continue with the content. And last and finally, I'd like to give a big shout out to Trill and hold it down. And the time is just around the corner, kiddo. And I'll see you soon. And also, the other subscribers, thank you for tuning in. And I will see you guys on the next live.